Hey guys, Blaz Robo here, and today's quick Photoshop tutorial is all about how to use the styles palette and how to integrate it with layer styles and end up with a really quick workflow. Now, the first thing I'll do is I'll just show you this design I'm working on, and the point here now is to really quickly and easily use and reuse styles that you've already used. And what do I mean by this? So I've got two buttons here that I've already put together. Button 1 and button 2. Now, let's say I wanted to create a new button. We'll call this button 3. If I just give it a new shape as the base, and I want this one to be a little bit longer, for example. Now I can give this a color. I can do whatever I want, just like a normal button. But the point is, I would need to style this red button with all the layer styles as per the other ones. If I look at button 2, which is the grey one, and look at its layer styles, you can see it's got a stroke and a shadow, gradient. It's got the works. Now I could either copy the layer styles and paste them onto the new button, which would give them the same appearance. But there's a few clicks involved in doing that, isn't there? So if I just clear these, an even better way of working is if you go to Window, up the top, and we want to display our Styles palette. Bring that up. Now what this is a bunch of predetermined or saved styles that you've already got that you can custom name. So if I click this red button background here, and I want to make it look like the orange layer styles, all I have to do is select orange button. And automatically all the attributes in the layer style palettes are copied over. The same stroke, the inner shadow, the gradient, the drop shadow. And let me show you another one. If I wanted to make it a grey button, bang, just click grey. If I wanted it to be a bit of a drop down shadow, it's got it there. 1 pixel drop down. Now these are all layer styles that I've predetermined and saved. I'll show you how to create your own. If we just clear these again. Now let's go into this and call it button 3 background, and I will give it a gradient overlay to start with. Now I want this to be a blue button, for example. I'll just come pick one of my blue gradients, and I'll just give it some properties just to make it look a little bit fancy. Obviously you can do whatever you want here. Okay, so this isn't going to be the best looking button in the world, but it's just to show you. Okay, so now I'm happy with the way the button looks. I've got all my properties for the layer style set up. If I wanted to change the color, I could do all sorts of things. I'm happy with everything I've got there. If I want to get this and save it as a predefined style into my styles palette, all I need to do is come over here to where it says new style. And what that's going to mean is we're going to create it as a new style. You can include the layer effects, which are things like blending, opacity, and again layer blending options, such as blend mode and things like that. I'm going to call this one blue button, and you can see it's instantly saved to our palette on the left hand side here in our styles palette. Hit OK. Now if I clear all the layer style properties from this layer, we're back to the original red button, or for example we're back to green. Now I want to put this element to the blue button styles. All I have to do is click the blue styles. I can then come in and select my grey button and say I want that blue too, and then I can say this first button, which is orange, to be blue. So very quickly, within one click, I can pretty much make any layer I want inherit the styles that you've saved here in your layer palette.